Australia are seen and heard, and definitely post the referendum into the original referendum in 1967, we started to see NAIDOC celebrations across the country. So NAIDOC is about Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. NAIDOC is actually about, is where we really talk about and connect about what we've done, our culture, and really connect to our culture. So every year there's a theme. And so this year's theme is Keep the Fire Burning, Black, Loud and Proud. So really it's around promoting and reminding people that we're still here. We have been here for eons and we will continue to be here for eons. And it's really around celebrating our spirit and our culture and our connection to our community. So that's what this year's theme about. One of the common questions we often get, is it the same time every year? Yes, it is. It's always in the same period of time every year, this first week of July. And so really, we invite people to get involved. It's kind of our week. Like, I think we think about Reconciliation Week, which was the last week of May into June. And that's really an opportunity for corporates and non-Indigenous people to really show up and talk about how they're going to, be part of this reconciliation movement. Whereas NAIDOC is really around First Nations people and our culture. It's about us celebrating us. I have beautiful earrings from Hopevale Community Centre that I got when I was up there doing a project. They are so crazy. I feel like I need to be a crane because they're amazing.
I love them.
And so it's gorgeous. About us celebrating our culture, right? So this is about very much important for our people. And you'll often see NAIDOC celebrations going for many, many weeks and months, even past this July period, or often into sort of August into early September, because there's lots of activities that happen and events.
Fantastic. So is it something that the rest of us can get involved in to celebrate you?
Most definitely. It's a great opportunity if you're an ally and you want to show up as an ally and be part of the movement, wear some amazing earrings, maybe go to one of the events, go see Bangarra Dance Company and, connect in a little bit with our culture. So you can either support small businesses or Indigenous businesses. You can actually, display the posters, or if you're a small business owner with staff, have a conversation over morning tea with your team around what NAIDOC is, why it's important to know, and maybe do a little bit of, deep dive research into what it is for you and your community and how you can support it. So it's an opportunity to learn, but definitely get involved.
Brilliant. One thing, as soon as you said Bangarra Dance Company, I had a little chills, because when I went to watch them, it was one of the highlights, and I love watching dance, but that was next level. But then it reminded me that when you and I were at the Raw Awards last year, not this year's one's just gone, how amazing that was, being at their actual headquarters. Like, that was just gorgeous being there. That felt really special.
There is a lot of beautiful energy in their space at whichever wharf it is in Sydney. That the energy that's in that space is quite phenomenal. And I think the whole idea about NAIDOC really is about reminding, giving us an opportunity to showcase and share a little bit about our culture, but it's a recognition and a reminder of all the work that's done beforehand, and our communities and our elders. There's a lot of amazing awards and people recognise in NAIDOC Week. Often lots of elders and community members are actually recognised for their incredible work that they've done in their community to showcase culture, to showcase sport, to showcase art and dance and all those things, as well as obviously business. So have a look, go to naidoc.org.au. So it's naidoc.org.au. Have a look and deep dive and see who the elders and the community people in your local area who have been nominated and recognised for their incredible work.
Wonderful, thank you, and happy NAIDOC Week to you. Awesome.
Thank you.
So today we're talking about the roadmap to success. What a topic, and developing a clear business plan, but particularly one that works for you, because of course a business plan is not just a business plan. There's so much that goes into it, and it needs to be so specific for you. So let's talk about that and why every single entrepreneur needs one, whether you're a sole trader, whether you're a company, and why it needs to be looked at and revisited.
It's one of my favorite topics, and everyone who knows, whether you're coaching with me on one-on-one sessions or you're coming to our Empire Builders, or indeed coming to our Growth Trio workshops that we're doing with Ash and you, Kylie, the business plan or a business plan is really around creating a roadmap, a compass, a map really to growing your business. And the way that I like to look at it is that we all like to take chances and opportunities. We started a business because we like a little bit of risk. You might be running a hobby because you kind of have an idea of what you want to achieve. And the idea of a business plan as that kind of a roadmap to success, if you like, is about saying, if I know where I'm going, if I have a plan of what I need to achieve and what I'm trying to achieve, it makes taking those risks far easier. So what do I mean by that? Basically, I say, I'm going to do all these incredible things. But if I don't know the risks I'm taking, I don't know the impact it's going to have, I don't know where I'm going to go, what often happens, and you see this a lot in hobbyists, people who are starting businesses, that kind of side hustle, they do lots of little things that never really seem to connect and gel. So they're always kind of plodding along, doing little bits and pieces, but they don't get that kind of success and that kind of growth. Often it's because there isn't a clear direction. So a business plan, whatever that means to you, and there's a lot of ways we can talk about that, it's really about providing you direction for your business. I know where I can take my risks. I know what I'm trying to achieve. I know how I'm going to do it. And it gives you that guide that you need to keep you on track, so you don't kind of just start, shiny thing syndrome. You don't start kind of just going, I'll just do everything, but get nowhere in doing it, if that makes sense.
Absolutely, it does. I think also we should rewind for a moment to starting a business and setting up a business. You said something before, and it really sparked something in me. And I thought, we really have to be very brave to go into business. And often we do it because we enjoy doing something, and then suddenly it kind of evolves into something. There was no plan to actually get there, certainly no business plan. Or there's often when people take maternity leave and then realize, I don't actually want to go back to my work. What could I do that means that I could work for myself and spend more time with kids, etc.? I mean, there's a bazillion different reasons why we go into business. But definitely, I think one thing in common is that we do have to be brave, because you're not getting a paycheck in your bank every week from someone else. No. So I think there's so many things that are forgotten about when you start business. As an entrepreneur, as I said, there's so many reasons why we do it. But the business plan can be as short as just a one-pager, can't it? Just put something down about what it is that you're doing, where you want to head, and how you're going to get there. And then you can revisit it down the track. So what would you suggest?
The business plan really starts, the first business plan you'll ever write is, I'm going to start a business. I want to sell this. This is who I'm selling it to, and this is how I'm going to sell it. There's your business plan. Your business plan is basically saying, I know what I'm going to sell. I know what problem I'm going to solve. And even if you don't know that language well, you're going to meet a need. Somebody says, we're a coach and consultant. Somebody's going to need support in building their business. So I decide one day I'm going to be a coach. So I've set my sights on becoming a coach. So yes, I'm going to become a coach. What am I selling? I'm selling coaching services as one-on-one and group coaching. And then who are you serving? We're serving people who have decided they want to start a company or want to start a business, and they don't really know how. So we know who we're serving, what we're doing, and how we're going to do it. That's your very first business plan. And from there, you can build out. From there, you go, so how am I going to sell it? What resources do I need? What's the time frame I need to deliver that? Do I need a physical premises, or do I just need technology and a computer? Do I need staff to support me, or can I do it myself? So from those first 4 questions, which is, statements that says, I'm going to be in business, this is what I'm doing, this is who it's for, and this is how I'm going to deliver it. Those 4 questions are the start of building a really comprehensive business plan. And that doesn't need to be 48 pages. It can simply be that on a napkin. Mine was literally on a napkin in Barcelona at about 8:30 on a Friday night at the Hideout Cafe with a bunch of friends. I wrote down on a napkin, this is what I'm going to do. And that was my business plan. And so we get caught up in language, and we get, the semantics of what is your business plan going to look like? And is it a strategy or a plan? I say, stop thinking about all of those things and just ask yourself what you want to achieve. How do you want to do it? Who are you serving? And start with those questions, and then just keep asking yourself, what does this tell me? What does this tell me? What else do I need? What else do I need? And very soon you'll have a really completed business plan that works for you in a format that works for you.
A very, very simple way that I think about it and talk about it with people is basically taking it back to my days when I went to journalism school. And we have to cover in the very first paragraph the who, why, what, when, where, and then so the 5 W's and the H and the how. So you can actually take that into so many parts of life, but particularly into a business plan. So if you just write down those 5 W's and the H, it's all the things that you just covered then, but it's super, super simple. Write those 5 words down the left-hand side and then write a paragraph for each, and you're literally sorted, aren't you?
Exactly. And I think we often worry about what a plan looks like. I mean, I'm used to being incredibly planful. In fact, I am still quite planful in terms of the way I operate. But I like organic I like to be a little bit kind of fluid in the way that I deliver things. And so if I had a really rigid business plan that told me step by step everything I had to do every day of the week at every point, it would hamper me. It wouldn't allow me to have creativity. It wouldn't allow me or enable me to be innovative. So if you're someone who needs a lot of structure, your business plan can be incredibly detailed, right down to kind of the actions you're doing every week that are going to drive you forward. It might build out all the detail that you need because you're detail oriented. If you're someone who just needs a bit of a framework, your business plan can just be the answers to those top 5 questions. And then the way that it guides you is it says, is what I'm going to do going to answer these questions? If we know who, it's going to be small business owners. Is this opportunity for a small business owner? Yes, great. It's aligned with my business plan. Is this something that I want to deliver? Does it meet one of those needs? Yes, then we go ahead and do it. But the key piece, it should be the guiding plan toolkit that helps you make your decisions for your business, like the vision. You have your vision at the top, which are your value statement, your kind of guiding light, that North Star. And your business plan is how you're going to implement that vision. It's really the how you implement the vision. So if you start by doing the vision and you develop out this business plan that everything aligns to those 2 things, it can be a napkin, it can be 5 or 6 dot points on a piece of paper. That's all you need to start. The more complex your business, the more complex your business plan needs to be. But often that's to do with investors and funding and a whole lot of other aspects. And if you're just starting out, most of those things aren't relevant to you. So focus on something that you need now. And as you said really very astutely early on, is build out when you need it to fit the needs, as you grow, right?
So would you agree that it's never too late to create your first business plan? So even if you've been in business for 10 years and you've never thought about a business plan, today is a perfect day to start.
100%, because what it's going to do, it's going to elevate your business. When you actually have a business plan, it gives you an opportunity to take stock on all the successes you've had. But what it allows you to do is say, hang on, maybe I can actually recognize where the gaps have been. I can recognize where I may have had a misstep or a learning from something that went wrong. That allows you to say why, because we go, well, why did that not work? This was a great opportunity. We lost a lot of money though. Why was that? Okay, maybe it wasn't aligned to our mission. Maybe it wasn't aligned to our target market or our product or our demographics or anything in particular. It was just a good idea that didn't fit us. And so when you start to look at building a business plan, whether it's first year, 5th year, or 10 years in business, it gives you an opportunity to reflect back on what you've done successfully, and then importantly, how you can leverage all that incredible knowledge to grow.
I just couldn't agree more. Absolutely. So whether you're brand new, just starting out, whether you've been 10 years in business and you're already feeling like you've got it all together, but if this is time where you actually want to make it succinct, to get clear on where you want to head, whether that's to come up with a closing idea, to end the business or sell the business or to grow the business, whatever you're trying to do, now's the perfect time to get a new business plan or relook at your business plan.
100%. And I think one of the things that we often forget in the business plan, that it includes things like your pricing and your product mix. It includes things like your marketing. So often we talk about marketing and marketing strategies as being this kind of incredibly kind of complex, crazy thing. But again, that can be equally as simple as your business plan, because it actually forms part of it. That conversation you said earlier, the 5 W's and the H is the how. Marketing is part of the how. Marketing is how you're getting your product in front of your people, how you're ensuring that they're staying engaged, how you make sure people know who you are and that they continue to talk about you. Marketing becomes a really core part of a growth plan and a business plan. And so what we often see, particularly with the clients I work, we see some really incredibly successful businesses because they've been serving a niche organically, particularly service industry. If you're in construction or a plumber or an artist or even a coach, they've just done their work and they've been successful by virtue of kind of providing a service that the world needs. But they're at a point now where they want to grow. And so a business plan is the enabler that allows you to grow, because it does all those things that we've mentioned. It allows you to take stock of what you're doing. It allows you to see where you could, the key strengths of your business and how to leverage them. It gives you a really detailed understanding or reflection of what it's costing you to run the program or run your work or run your business, what investment you might need, what resources you need, but also what you may no longer need. So, and you and I do this every year with our technology audit, which for me is part of my business planning. We go through our tech at least once a year. I do it a couple of times a year, where I'll go through and say, what are the, the platforms that I've purchased that are no longer serving us, we want to get rid of and reinvest that money in somewhere else, generally in marketing or in sales or in some other part of the business that's going to be better, more effective. You can't do that unless you have a plan and a structure to reflect on. So your business plan is kind of, as I said, it's like your guide. It's just that kind of document that you look back and say, am I still doing these things? Are they still working for me? And how can I leverage these items to grow?
Yeah, brilliantly said. I love that. I agree with you. And I actually never thought of that technology audit as being part of my business plan, but I do it probably once a quarter, because I'm often signing up to something because it's shiny and I'm thinking I definitely need it. But it's so important that I then get rid of other things, because I don't need to keep everything going. And probably I'm happy with how often I change things up or try something new, because I want to always make sure I'm doing it as efficiently as possible. And there's so much change all the time. But I love that you've said that's part of your business plan. Hadn't thought of that, and that's a wonderful tip. Thank you.
Well, the way, if you've never done a business plan before, or you're still thinking, oh my God, even the 5 W's and the H is too hard, think of this: 3 circles on a page: finance, operations, and sales and marketing. So on your finance area, ask yourself, how much money are we making? How much money are we spending? What do we need to be able to be successful? And look at that piece. In your operations, what do you need to deliver your work? How are you currently delivering it? What's working well for you? What's not working? What do the resources look like to deliver your business? For me, technology is paramount. So that sits under operations, and that's why the technology audit is part of my operational review. And then there's sales and marketing. What is your pricing model? So bear in mind here, your pricing and your product mix is not in operations or finance, it's in sales and marketing. Understanding what it is you're selling, how much it's costing, how much you're selling it for, that sits under sales and marketing. And it links back to your conversation about how much money you need or making. It links back to what it's costing you to deliver. But your sales and marketing needs to cover your product, your placement, how you're promoting it, who your target market is, and all those pieces. And then if you think of those 3 boxes, finances, operations, and sales and marketing, and just simply go through and list out everything you're doing in those areas and ask yourself, are they talking to each other? Are they all serving the same purpose? And that's really important, because that's where the tech audit, as a really simple example, it says, hey, I've got 5 different systems. None of them are actually working with my marketing. Do I still need them, or do I need to pivot or shift? Same reason. I've got a great product I'm selling, but I'm not making enough money to be able to live because my finances are always in the red. Well, then that informs your pricing model or the way you're delivering your product or what it is you're delivering, because you need to meet a financial outcome. So each of those need to be aligned and talk together to be successful. So if you've never done a business plan before, 3 columns: finances, operations, sales, and marketing. List what you're doing and ask yourself, do they work together?
I think that's beautiful, and it's so simplified. And the columns is a great idea, but I really love those circles. Very easy to picture it in your brain. Yep. Really, really good. One thing I'd like to say is that one of the most common things that people come to me with, just as a little message to ask a question, which would be, what platform should I use? I'm already paying for this. Should I pay for this to schedule their content? So the first question I ask is, where are you posting? And they say only Facebook and Instagram. So then I'm like, why are you not just using Meta Business Suite? It's the one that they own. It's free. Why would you be paying $100 a month just to schedule something else to Facebook and Instagram? So I think it's really important that just because something's out there doesn't mean it's what we need, nor is it going to be necessarily better. So when you said that about
really important.
the looking at where you're spending that money, and not that it's coming under finance, it's coming under that sales and marketing area too. So, or both, depending on what it is that we're talking about. But yeah, really important to revisit that business plan regularly.
100%. And I think that's a really great example, because we talk, you get bombarded with, Planner and HubSpot and all the different apps that are allowing you to, schedule your posts. Even Canva does it, and they're great resources. But as you say, if you've got a system that's set up to natively publish to their platforms, it has inbuilt insights, it has inbuilt analytics that you can utilize. Why are you duplicating your effort or spending money on that shiny thing over there just because somebody that you knew said they might use it? Think about what's working for you. And this goes to the last piece that I think is really important when developing your business plan, is it's your business plan for your business. And so often, and I've seen this many times, and I guess this is why we're a little bit different in the way that we coach, particularly in a business plan, we have no real template. We have some guiding questions that we help our team, our clients work when they're developing their business plan, but it's not a cookie cutter approach. And even though I know there's some amazing ones you can download that say, here, fill in the box on all these things and you'll have your 35-page business plan. But if that's not going to work for you in the way that you work, then it becomes a wasted effort. So if you're building a business plan, make sure it aligns with the way that you like to work. If you like Post-it notes, do your business plan on Post-it notes, and then you can change out the Post-it note that's no longer working for you easily. If you like Gantt charts and spreadsheets, do it in Excel, do it in a format that you feel comfortable with. If you like pictures, do it as a vision board. It doesn't need to be a particular way. As all it needs to do, it needs to be able to answer the questions you need it to guide your operational decisions. That's fundamentally what it's for. So finances, operations, and sales and marketing is the easiest way to think about it. And as you say, I like a visual thing, so I love the circles too. But make sure it works for you. Don't just grab somebody's cookie cutter model and expect it to work for you, because I will almost guarantee that 8 out of 10 people will take a cookie cutter business plan and will never use it again because it doesn't work for them. So make sure it aligns to who you are, how you want your business to grow, and also how you like to work.
I love it. And if you're feeling confused or bamboozled right now, you absolutely have to sign up for Empire Builders. I cannot say it enough. I've done it multiple times. It's very, very powerful, and it really gives you a chance to dissect what you're doing. And so whether you're a new business or an existing business, it's a no-brainer. You absolutely have to do it. Do you have one coming up, or is there not anything till next year? Where are you at with that, Jenni?
We're having September off because we're very excitedly getting married. But August, we've decided we're going to run Empire Builders 9th to the 11th of August. It's going to be Southeast Queensland, so in the Gold Coast region. We're just looking at some beautiful accommodation that we're going to choose. But yeah, 9th to the 11th of August will be our Empire Builders. But we're doing something a little bit special because we know we have so many Empire Builders like you who've been to our program before and are asking what's next. We're actually going to overlay Empire Builders 2 on the Saturday and Sunday of that same weekend. So if you've already come to Empire Builders before and you just want to now level up, you want that next step to say, well, I've done my business plan, I need to tweak it, I want to grow, we want to look at that next level, then the Saturday and Sunday, we're going to overlay Empire Builders 2 into the workshop. As you know, if you've been to the, for those who've come before, we have plenty of time for people to step out and do their reflection and do the work while the workshop's running. So in those times when Empire Builder 1 are doing their homework, the Empire Builder 2 guys are going to be with me doing some kind of leveling up strategy sessions. So I'm really excited about having them combined because it's also an opportunity for everybody to learn from each other as well. So if you're brand new, if you're experienced, it's the weekend to come, 9th and 11th of August. You can reach out to us on our socials, but you can go to empirebuilders.com.au for our landing page and actually sign up and get the information you need straight away from there.
That's so cool, Jenni. I definitely encourage you all to come along. I had no idea it was August, so that's cool. That's in 1 month.
It is.
So
it's only
prioritize that.
7 weeks away or 6 weeks away, I think, till our next Empire Builders. We have some very
Sorry,
special
what was the date?
The 9th to the 11th of August. So I think it might be.
Oh no, today's the 8th of July.
So it's 5 weeks away. It's actually technically 5 weeks away.
Wow.
Yep. I'm excited about. I'm really, really excited about it though. So we're looking forward to having that event. But I know we've got more before that. A couple of weeks before that, we've got the Growth Trio here in Brisbane. So on the 26th of July, we have our beautiful event here up in Brisbane doing the Growth Trio with you, Ash and I, and we're looking forward to that as well.
Yeah, really looking forward to it. And we've got a somebody's asked it and put in the comments and said, just a reminder, what were the 5 W's? That's where, why, what, when, and where, why, what, when, and where. And I've said where twice.
And how.
Where? Hang on, there's still 5 W's though. So where, why, what, when.
Who?
Oh, who? Oh my goodness. And the how. Thanks, Jenny.
It's okay.
There you go, Jacqueline. That's for you. The how. That's the one I forgot. Sorry, the who. Oh my gosh.
It's Monday. It's fine. So Kylie, we have so many cool things coming up in the next couple of weeks. So we're going to start talking inclusive. We're going to start talking accessibility, which is really important at the moment, looking at how we can make sure our website and our socials and our ads and all our information and even the way we deliver our program is really considering creating an accessible and inclusive environment for everybody. So I'm so excited when we do that session with you. And we're going to talk a little bit about sustainability in small business as well. So the next couple of weeks, I cannot wait because it's all of these things are leading from this conversation we had a couple of weeks ago. You talking about how you're showing up and looking at your marketing and looking at your marketing funnel, talking about how we're using AI as a business opportunity, talking about vision, talking about business planning, all of these things linked together to grow really long-term sustainable business. So I'm very excited about the next couple of weeks talking with you.
Me too. It's exciting for July, really. We could do the whole month of July is just talking about sustainability in terms of inclusivity, accessibility, and building a business that actually lasts and works for everyone.
Exactly. I love it. And so in the interim, before we catch up again next time, how can people find you, Kylie?
Jump on to hellomedia.team. You'll find our socials through there. You'll find a bunch of great blogs in there. So that's a good spot to start. What about you, Jenny?
So if you're interested in Empire Builders, empirebuilders.com.au is the place to go. For the rest of us on our socials, Elephant in the Room AU, you can find us across all the social platforms. So try us on either one, reach out, DM us if you have any questions, and we will connect with you. Yes, so my brain just stopped. Chat's coming in.
I had that too today. Oh, look, guys, I really look forward to seeing you soon. It's been awesome connecting with you, Jenny. And you're flying off to where next?
Flying off to New York this week, or New York, New Jersey on Wednesday for a week. Back, we're only a quick trip here Wednesday, back next Wednesday. So we won't have Bite Size next Monday, but we're rescheduling that date. But yeah, no, I'm really excited going over, talking to a couple of people about opportunities. As you may know, I'm trying to get Empire Builders. Now we're going to launch a program next year in the US. So we're just sussing out some places that we might want to run it, having a look at some people we're going to partner with to deliver that in the US early next year. So very exciting trip, this one.
So fun, Jenny. Well, I'll be zooming in with you again from New Zealand next week. And I really look forward to seeing you then. And we'll start our topic of sustainable business.
Sounds amazing. Thank you for everyone. Thank you, Kylie. Thanks for everyone for tuning into this episode of Bite Size Business Live podcast. Be sure to subscribe and follow us so you don't miss any future episodes. We look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day. Bye now.
Cool. Thanks so much.